Here's another good use of AI that I don't see anybody else talking about, and that's using it to cut your render time in half with the world's first good AI upscaler. But if you're not a CGI nerd, you're more of a live action loser, you can also use this on real footage. You can turn your medium shots into close-ups. You can turn your 1080p movie into a 4K remaster. And the cool part is you don't necessarily need a beefy computer. Don't get me wrong. We love Dell Computers because they gave me the beefiest computer in all of Western civilization with a graphics card literally designed for model training. But the good news is that Foundry has already done the model training for us. They have a pre-made node that all you have to do is drag and drop it on your footage to upscale it. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So I have this frame that I rendered out of Blender at a couple different levels, at 100%, 90, 80, 70, 60, and 50%. And you can see it progressively loses quality. It's losing information. And before I show you the AI upscaler, and I really hate to blue ball you like this, I just want to tell you something so you don't get underwhelmed when you see it. Because there's a lot of AI upscalers out there right now that just lie to you. They'll take your image and they'll scan it and be like, oh, there's grass right here. Let's just draw better grass. And it's lying. You know what I mean? It's kind of technology that someone's going to misuse. Someone's going to take their 360p security footage, upscale it to 4K and be like, oh my God, he had a gun on him the entire time. You know what I'm trying to say? This is a good upscaler. It's just not as flashy as those other ones. So I want to show you how I used to upscale things before this. And that's with the reformat node. And the reformat node is like a more controlled blur. Because what I used to do is I really don't render at 100% when I'm doing a project. I really should. But if I'm in a hurry, which I always am, and I'm just going to blur the footage in the end a little bit to kind of make it not so CGI, not so sharp, I just render out at 80%. And then I use this reformat node to make it look like a soft 1080p, if that makes any sense. And the way this reformat node works is really cool because I want to show you what it looks like on a checkerboard. So if we take this checkerboard and we zoom in on this little area right here, we zoom in on a little area like this and we look at a reformat node with there's different settings. Impulse is one that just kind of, when it doesn't really blur, it just kind of makes the pixels bigger. But there are other ones like Cubic, Keys, Simon, Reifman, all these ones I've never really used because I'm used to After Effects and all I had was Gaussian or Gaussian. But the one, I watched a tutorial by Hugo, go watch it. He has like an OG upscaling video and he recommends using like Landcost 4, Landcost 6 or Sync. And that's what I've been doing. I've been using Landcost 6 on my footage. That's what I used on this one. And you can see the kind of difference it makes. Here's 80% before and then you can kind of see like the difference it's making. It's a subtle difference, but if we compare like 80% reformatted upscaled, like on this door handle right here, and we compare it to 100%, it's not that much different. You know what I mean? I like it. I like the look of it. So that's what I've been doing. And the way to understand how this upscale node works is the way I'm thinking of it is it's kind of working like just a really good reformat node. And I'm just scared to show you the results because you're gonna be like, that's it, but it's powerful. You know what I mean? It's good. It's actually doing its job. So if we look at 100%, this is 100% straight out of Blender, no AI, and we zoom in on, I really liked this part. Okay, so look, actually wait, the blade of grass is the coolest part. This is so nerdy, but this blade of grass is really cool. This is 100% out of Blender. Look at how pixelated and CGI and choppy this looks, right? Now, if we take the AI upscaler if we look at the 90% AI upscaled, look right here. Look at how much better it is. It's smoothing it out. This is very niche and nerdy, but it's powerful. So theoretically, if we look at like 100% and then we look at 80% AI upscaled, like 80% AI upscaled, I think is better than 100%. And then if we look at 100%, 70% AI upscaled, that's, in my opinion, it kind of looks still pretty comparable. Like, I think it looks better. 100%, 70% AI upscaled, 100%, 60% AI upscaled. Now I'm starting to see a noticeable drop in quality. But theoretically, you can turn your 70% AI upscaled to 100. Oh, wait, well, let's look at 100% AI upscaled. I never even thought of that, dude. Gosh dang it, that's pretty much 4K. You can pretty much render out at 100% or 90% in upscale to 4K, and it might even look better. Look at these lines. Okay, this is 100%. This is, look at, it doesn't really look like two separate lines. AI upscaled, that's crazy. This is very niche and a little, mostly cringy, but genuinely, this is good. It's not as flashy. I know Adobe just dropped, they're like, oh my God, we have generative videos now in Premiere. That shit's not gonna work. Fucking content aware filter's been out for 4 years. I've only got it to work 3 times. This is working right now, and I don't see anybody else talking about it because, it's not as flashy as that, but it's working. I love you, Nuke. They're not paying me to say that, but I genuinely like, this is crazy. I will be using this. I will be rendering at like 80% and then AI upscaling, and no one's going to bat a damn eye. I know I make TikToks. I'm self-aware, but no one's going to bat a damn eye. Now, if you're having the same thought that I was having, is that like, what if this isn't consistent? What if it doesn't work for video? What if like every single frame, it interprets the pixels differently and it has that kind of look that like when you render at a Blender at like a low sample rate, it looks like wobbly and glitchy. This is not the case because, oh, duh, it's built for video. But in the back of my head, I was worried, okay? So I won't show it up here now because it is a little slow. Don't get me wrong. You don't need a beefy computer to do this. If you want to train your own model with the CopyCat node, it does require a beefy computer, but since it's already pre-trained, it doesn't really require a beefy computer. Still, you know, if I look at the upscale node, it's still like drawing from my graphics card. But when I was doing stuff similar to this on my Mac, it was holding up okay. You'll be fine on whatever computer you got. But I want to show you the videos. And so on your screen now is the Welcome to the Black Parade music video, except I'm going to zoom in on a certain spot. I'm going to play it, and then I'm going to show what it looks like upscaled. Here's another example, and then upscaled. Here's another example, upscaled. I really hope it looks good. If not, that'll suck, but I know it'll look good because I've already been looking at it. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this as cool as I did. It's a little niche. It's not as flashy as all the other AI stuff going on right now, but this is a viable, practical tool that you can use right now to cut down on your render time. I know I will be. I hope you will too. I love you. Bye.